Hey up YouTube, you're here with me, Mr. B, your gaming gorilla, and it's time to do the news. Let's roll. So first up, we're going to actually talk about quite an important one, which something I feel quite strongly about, to be honest. It appears that the American Supreme Court has struck a law that prohibits sports gambling on sports events. Although not specifically mentioned as such, it's fair to assume that esports will be included in that. In an earnings call, Take-Two chief Zelnick was very positive about the change, saying at some point in the relatively near future, that would have a meaningful positive impact, of course referring to the law being struck off. He continued, "We certainly think it's a good decision. We think there may indeed be an influence, and a meaningful positive influence, on our business. However, it's not in our current size. We don't have any expectations right now, we're simply observing that there are potential opportunities in the future, and I'd be very surprised if sports gambling didn't intersect with the industry at some point in the relatively near future."
I've been waiting 25 years for this moment.
Now, for that particular story to have any impact, you've got to understand one thing. Take-Two owns a 50% stake in NBA 2K's eSport League in partnership with the NBA. Considering that NBA has an agreement to take a percentage of all bets placed on its franchise, it's not hard to surmise that Zelnick has dollar signs in his eyes, thinking about how much of a percentage he can take from all the bets that are going to be placed on the esports franchises. Now personally, and this is my own personal opinion, I can't stress that enough, combining gambling and gaming is straight up dumb as fuck. It is reported that gambling addiction costs the UK government £1.2 billion a year in healthcare. And even if you put aside the gambling addicts that now have a new way to flutter away their money and delve themselves into deeper depression, how many MLG YouTubers do you think are going to be approached by betting companies to sponsor them? YouTubers that have impressionable young kids that look up to them are now going to see adverts directly in the face endorsed by these bloody YouTubers. I mean, are the American Supreme Courts completely fucking stupid or what? Do they not see what the potential of this actual decision is? It begs belief, and considering not so long ago that us gamers and the community of gamers won a major battle, if not the war, against loot boxes and gambling in loot boxes, for the American Supreme Court just to come around and say, well, yeah, you can get rid of loot boxes, here are fucking proper gambling instead. Obviously, this is a subject that gets under my collar, and the first thing I've got to admit straight away is I don't understand how the American Supreme works. But I've got to assume that whoever made this decision, whoever decided, yep, let's strike off the law, clearly didn't think about the ramifications or the potential ramifications of the future. And I can only hope someone with sense appeals this decision, assuming, of course, that it's even possible. But if it is possible, I suppose the chances of that happening are about as fucking slim as I am. At the end of the day, money talks, power walks, and the people at risk generally don't get thought of. And unfortunately, that's the society we live in. But, putting all that to one side, let's get on to some lighter news. Did you all see the Kojima tweet? What the hell was that about? I mean, Kojima is well known to be having quite a masterfully confusing mind at the best of times. I mean, anyone who has sunk any kind of hours into Metal Gear Solid will know that. Earlier on, he tweeted a picture of Moss as some sort of cryptic message. I'm not even going to try and work out how that reflects on, or even if it does reflect on Death Stranding. I have no idea, but I can only assume that at some point or another, a giant field of moss is going to play some sort of mega role in Death Stranding. Judging from the adverts, anything's bloody possible. And now on to my favourite part of the week, and my favourite part of the news is something I call News from YouTubes. Alright, I've got to sort of work on that title a bit, but you get where I'm coming from. Basically, the idea is, I pick a piece of content from YouTube that I think is relevant to the news, and report on it. And today, I've got a cracker, all the way from one of my favourite channels, Nibs Gaming. So, in a post that, in a YouTube video that came out today, THICK44 from Neves Gaming reckons he has cracked the White Horse clue from Battlefield. During the video, THICK44 managed to link the White Horse to a song by Ozzy Osbourne called Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Crowley, what went on in your head?
A song that's supposedly about Aleister Crowley, and then goes on to explain that Aleister Crowley wrote to the Naval Intelligence Division during World War II to offer help but was declined. Thank God. Crowley claimed to be behind the infamous V sign, V for victory, that symbolised British resolve. From there, THICK44 put all the information together and surmised that because Battlefield 5's visual adverts include the letter V, which is a Roman numeral for 5 for anyone who doesn't know, but also is the V for victory, that Battlefield 5 is going to be set in World War II, and I think somehow revolving around Aleister Crowley. Now that would be an epic game. Aleister Crowley and his magic minions taking on the Nazis. I'll sign up for that one any day of the week. However, it would appear that THICK44's friends, being Neves Gaming, Apsro and Simon, pretty much debunked his idea, comparing him to a flat earther. Honestly, the video is brilliant, and if you want to see it, I've linked it in the comment in the description below. Well, that's my news from YouTube's. How about I call it news from you news? That's more sounds better. But anyway, that's my news. That's my roundup of the news. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I know I'm new, but I appreciate every view. If you want to see more from your gaming gorilla, hit that logo and don't forget to monkey bash that notification bell. That's all from me, Mr. B. Ta-ta for now.